Home and office security is getting very affordable, but also with some new technology. They're bringing out some cool features like these battery-powered cameras. These are by Reolink. They're called the Argus 2, and I also have the solar panel sitting here. Let's take a look at them. Hey guys, I'm Scott with Before You Buy, where we do product reviews to make sure it's what you want before you buy it. And if you're interested in any kind of tech or fitness or security type videos, please consider subscribing. Today we have the Reolink Argus 2 and solar panel. And if you've been around here for a while, you know that I've made some Wise Cam videos as well, both the indoor, outdoor, and I have the version 3 coming soon. If you want to see these go head to head, let me know. Go ahead and smash that like button. Let me know down in the comments. But today we're going to do the unboxing of these. Let me show you what is inside them. Okay, so let me cut on over to this camera so you have an idea here. All I've done is cut this tape on this box, okay? So be prepared for Reolink. It's pretty cool, matte black. Love the matte black. Inside here you get your manual. But not just manual, you get a sticker for 24-hour surveillance, and then also your little mounting template for multiple mounts. We'll get to that, which is really cool, by the way. And here is the camera. Now, the first things first, let me just peel this off. I was gonna say there's nothing more satisfying than that. Some little black stuff there. I'm sure what that is. Get this close to the mic. Oh yeah. There you go. You're welcome. We got this camera here. Look at this. My first impression is the mount, honestly, because this mount is magnetic. It's just a little ball that magnetizes on there, okay? But it's unbelievable because the precision of this, the feel of this, I wish you could just, you know, hold this in your hand right now. Like, it just feels incredibly smooth. I know, Scott, you're talking about the mount from the get-go, but goodness sakes, it just feels good. It feels smooth. Now, this is the second one I've unboxed, so just for what it's worth, that's why I knew that this mount felt amazing. Okay, but that's the first thing I played with. Once you grab the camera, you're like, oh, what's this? And then it's amazing, okay? So let me jump back here. The camera, okay? The battery goes back here. We'll get to more of that in a second. Speaking of which, here is the battery, okay? On the back, you got the micro USB charge port there. And see how it kind of is inset there? That's because you'll see here in the solar panel has that opposite clip there, which is pretty cool. Battery contacts, and it's, I mean, just a battery. So here's the release button. So I'm going to go ahead, slide that in. Boom. It is good to go. And it might turn on here in a second, so I'm going to go ahead and
camera has been started.
Yeah, take that back off. Let's see. Here we go. We got the strap. This is a strap for like a pole. You can hook it up to a pole, or a tree, which is pretty cool. This is actually a security strap. So what you'll do is you'll actually hook it up to your battery frame here, and then if your camera would get knocked off this mount, this strap saves you. Okay, it goes around it. This right here is a pretty cool silicone housing. It looks like a kind of a baseball cap there, but I mean, it's pretty sweet. I'm just gonna put this in there for now. Goes around it, and it just acts as your, obviously that would be filled out, the battery on there, and it protects it from the elements. It's a nice tight fit, obviously. It has the cutout for the speaker and everything. It obviously would fit better with the battery in there, but it's gonna keep talking to me if I keep the battery in there until I get it set up. Okay, and here is one of their mounts. It's you know, it's designed to attach to your house, and that's what the template is for. So you can mount it to your house, to your roof, the side of your car. You won't want to attach this one to the side of your car. I'm not sure where that one came from, but that's pretty funny. But it does allow you to kind of spin this around, which allows you to then pivot. You can do all kinds of 90-degree type stuff. You tighten her back down, and now it's all locked into place. Screw it on there, boom. Pretty fantastic there. Then obviously your mounting hardware and your screws, okay? So this is the charge cable. I mean, pretty great. The overall unboxing, pretty straightforward. And then now let's jump over to the solar panel. Okay, so I know this seems something simple, but one thing I appreciate about it is the boxes are basically identical, and especially in size. So, I mean, that's kind of nice for a product standpoint, just that your boxes are all the same size. I don't know why. I just think that's kind of a nice touch. So getting on to the solar panel. Let me jump over so we can see again. Pop it up. Be prepared to Reolink. Yeah, baby. Okay, so this is a nice little foam piece protecting the solar panel. Okay, so again, this is just like the camera. This is the second one I've unboxed. Just to be fair, they did send me 2 cameras. The opinions are 100% my own. They did not pay me at all. They just sent me 2 cameras. I just want to make that very clear. But you got your mount. Just kind of curious. Huh, nice little ball attachment there. So as you tighten this down, the whole thing locks into place, nice and easy. Nice big fat thumb screws, and just so you know, this is a metal housing. This thumb screw is plastic though. So moving on, this cable. Okay, this is your micro USB charge cable, and as I kind of said, see that little perfect circular seal there? That is perfect to go around your camera mount in the back. So that's fantastic. You got a nice long cable here, and you can even extend this even more with, I believe, up to 2 different extenders. I think you can go 40 feet. So you got your screws, you got your thing. The fantastic thing is that this, from what I've read, from everything I've seen, you can actually keep your camera charged for the long haul, forever, with this in the sun, potentially, right? So that's pretty amazing. The fact that we're to a point that we don't even need to run power necessarily to these cameras. These batteries last potentially months. They only record on movement, but then you run a tiny little solar panel to them too. And now this is all you really see. And you got camera and security forever. Connection wherever you want, from anywhere in the world. Notifications. Pretty incredible. So let's dive into specs. But before I do that, I got my Fart Ninja cup here. This is a gift from my kids from Father's Day. I'm American Ninja Warrior. My kids thought it'd be funny if they got me a coffee cup that said the Fart Ninja. Kids, man. But you know, it's late o'clock. It's 1:35, and that's when I record these videos. So I actually have a service, buymeacoffee.com. So if this video is helping you at all, consider using those links and/or buymeacupofcoffee.com. So /before you buy. That literally buys me a cup of coffee, keeps me going, keeps me making videos like this. So thank you. Okay, so real quick before I go into all of the setup here, check this out. See if this will load here in a second. Hi. Little delay there, obviously. And I am on HD mode. And it says if you're in HD mode, it might even give me my warning here in a second. But basically, it will show me that if there's a little bit of buffering. So what you can do is you can change it to SD mode when you're watching. But again, these things only record when you're actually have movement on the camera. Why? That's to save the battery life, because they're on battery. Okay, they do take a micro SD card. Sorry if that was annoying watching the delay of my voice, but basically they take a micro SD card in the side, help you record. I'm going to put this one on my front door, as you saw maybe on the label there. It's going to be sitting in my front door watching the house. One thing I did learn was from reading the incredible manual, actually, you may want to read through that. They actually suggest having the sensor off the side slightly. Because of the sensor, it's harder to detect movement straight as it kind of grows in front of it versus off to the side movement, okay? The sensors are incredible. The field of view is 130 degrees, okay? And I'm going to show you some footage here. They recommend a 7 to 33 feet of like viewing angle, viewing area, the area you want to record, which is 2 to 10 meters. And then the camera angle, as I mentioned, is 130 degrees wide. That's a pretty wide angle, which is great. And it only records on that movement. It does record in the 1080p. This is the new Starlight Sensor. They just put in this. That's the difference between the Argus Pro and the Argus 2. This is the Starlight Sensor. That's supposed to be a better sensor, especially at night. They recommend up to about 960 minutes of motion of recording. Now, that's a long time, and it all depends on how and when, right? And just to keep in mind, these do only have 2.4 gigahertz radios, okay? So one thing I have actually done in my house is I set up an entirely different access point altogether. Now, I know it can use different radios, and you can have a 2.4 radio and a 5 gigahertz radio all within the same access point. But I personally just set up a whole separate wireless access point that runs at 2.4. Actually, it runs at both. But that way, I have a different name, and all my smart appliances connect to just that. That's just what I do. That doesn't mean you have to do that, but that's just a little tip from me. So the little bit I have used this so far, I've been pretty impressed with it. I can't speak on the battery life yet because I've literally only had it for a few days, okay? I wanted to just unbox one, set it up, get my quick experience with it, and then do an unboxing for you. I will be doing another long-term review video coming up, so make sure you're subscribed for that. But I will say, I think it's fantastic that it comes with basically 3 different mounts. That's great. The magnetic mount, right? The arm, and then also this tree mount, right? The pole mount. So that is unbelievable, the fact that you're getting multiple mounts. And as I mentioned, this magnetic mount is unbelievable. It's very strong. I like the magnetic mount, okay? In fact, I forgot to show you where the micro SD card goes in. I'm going to just show you that real quick. As you see here, this little sealed flap on the side. You lift that up, and there it is, in there. Push the tube. That's actually for resetting the device. And they do have in the package a little reset charge pen, which is, see if I can kind of work that to the top, which is basically the same as a SIM card tool. You can see it there. SIM card tool that allows you to reset the camera if you get in a pinch. But I've tested notifications quick so far. Everything seems to be working pretty well. The quality seems pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, set this camera up. It's going to start talking to me any second. And
Camera has been started up. Please run Reolink app, add the camera, and set it up.
will do. So stick around for the review video. If you are interested, make sure you hit subscribe.
Please run Reolink app,
Okay.
add the camera, and set it up.
Just a second. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Thank you. See ya.